Al Capone Top 110 Quotes. I'm a businessman. Giving alcohol to an alcoholic is like giving a loaded gun to a child. You can get much farther with a kind word and a gun than you can with a kind word alone. You can go a long way with a smile. You can go a lot farther with a smile and a gun. When I sell liquor, it's called bootlegging. When my patrons serve it on a silver tray on Lakeshore Drive, it's called hospitality. I am like any other man. All I do is supply a demand. I have built my organization upon fear. I don't even know what street Canada is on. Vote early and vote often. I have spent the best years of my life giving people the lighter pleasures, helping them have a good time, and all I get is abuse, the existence of a hunted man. I've been accused of every death except the casualty list of the World War. I don't believe there is such a thing as a good tax. You can't have a beer with your breakfast without breaking the law. I am just a businessman, giving the people what they want. Don't mistake my kindness for weakness. I am kind to everyone, but when someone is unkind to me, weak is not what you are going to remember about me. I have always been respectful of authority. I have built my organization upon fear and respect. I have never been a man who wanted to hold on to money or things. I get rid of everything that's useless. A wise guy is always right, even when he's wrong, he's right. You can't buy good publicity. You have to earn it. I'm not a boss. I'm a leader. All I ever did was sell beer and whiskey to our best people. All I ever did was supply a demand that was pretty popular. You can get much farther with a kind word and a gun than you can with a kind word alone. I don't know what the hell communism is, and I don't care. All I know is what matters to me, making money. I don't even know what street Canada is on. I have built my organization upon fear. I have spent the best years of my life giving people the lighter pleasures, helping them have a good time, and all I get is abuse, the existence of a hunted man. I am like any other man. All I do is supply a demand. Vote early and vote often. There are a lot of things I've been accused of, and many of them are true. I have always lived beyond my means. I am still living beyond my means, and the means of every other man. Prohibition has made nothing but trouble. This American system of ours, call it Americanism, call it capitalism, call it what you will, gives to each and every one of us a great opportunity if we only seize it with both hands and make the most of it. I don't want no volunteers. I don't want no mates. There's too many captains on this island. $10,000 for me by myself. For that you get the head, the tail, the whole damn thing. You can't expect to build a reputation on what you are going to do. I have always been a big believer in giving people what they want. It's what made me rich. When I sell liquor, it's called bootlegging. When my patrons serve it on a silver tray on Lakeshore Drive, it's called hospitality. I am just a businessman, giving the people what they want. I am not a gangster. I am a businessman. Blood is a big expense. I am the greatest man that ever lived. I don't see why everybody doesn't see it. I have built my organization upon fear and respect. You can go a long way with a smile. You can go a lot farther with a smile and a gun. I have never killed anyone, but I have read some obituary notices with great satisfaction. The way to make money is to buy when blood is running in the streets. I'm a kind person, I'm kind to everyone, but if you are unkind to me, then kindness is not what you'll remember me for. I don't care what the newspapers say about me, as long as they spell my name right. I don't even know what street Canada is on. A gangster is simply a businessman whose methods are more direct. I have been accused of every crime in the book, but I have never been accused of being boring. I am like any other man. All I do is supply a demand. I have spent my life in the underworld. I know everything there is to know about it. There is no use trying to reform me or anyone else who has been a part of it. The law can't touch me. Nobody can touch me. The best way to get ahead in life is to be a little bit bad. I've been in Chicago all my life, and I've never heard of the Chicago Times. I have built my organization upon fear. I have always been respectful of authority. I have been accused of many things in my life, but never of being a hypocrite. I have made my money by being a very bad man. I am not a tough guy. I'm just delivering the truth, and only the truth. I'm not a politician, and my other habits are good. I have never been a yes man. A true gangster always seeks out the path of least resistance. I am an outlaw in the eyes of the world because I chose to live outside of the world's laws. I'm not a leader, I'm a follower. I follow the laws of this country. Don't mistake my kindness for weakness. In this business, you either stand up or you go under. I have always been a man of my word, even if my word was not always the best thing for me. I don't care to be remembered as a man who died. I would rather be remembered as a man who lived. I am not a violent man. I have never killed anyone in my life. I have been called many things, but I have never been called a coward. I don't believe in giving people what they want. I believe in giving people what they need. I have always believed in living life to the fullest. You never know when it's going to be taken away from you. I'm like a lion. I roar and I have claws. I am a businessman. I am not in the business of violence. I'm just a businessman. I do whatever it takes to get ahead. A smile can get you a long way, even in the worst situations. My rackets are run on strictly American lines, and they're going to stay that way. There's only one way to make a deal: do it my way. You can get much farther with a kind word and a gun than you can with a kind word alone. I'm not a gangster, I'm a businessman. I don't want any trouble. I just want my share of the spoils. The only way to deal with intimidation is to meet it head-on. When I sell liquor, it's called bootlegging. When my patrons serve it on silver trays on Lakeshore Drive, it's called hospitality. I have always been interested in politics. I just never got involved in it. I have no enemies. My only enemies are the police. I am just a businessman giving the people what they want. I am just a businessman. I supply a demand. I'm a hard man, but I'm fair. You can go a long way with a smile. You can go a lot farther with a smile and a gun. I have always been able to adapt to my environment. You can't beat the law. You can only outsmart it. I never wanted to be famous. I just wanted to be successful. When I was a kid, I used to think that the mob ran the world. Now I know that they only run a small part of it. I have always believed in the American dream, even if I had to bend the rules a little to achieve it. I am not a killer, but I am not afraid to defend myself. I have always been honest about who I am and what I do. I have never pretended to be anything else. I have never backed down from a fight. I am not afraid to get my hands dirty. I am not a monster. I am just a man who knows how to get things done. You can't blame a man for making a profit. I have always lived by my own code of honor. I don't need bodyguards. I'm from the south side of Chicago. I'm a practical man. I only do what works. I don't believe in wasting time on regrets. You can't change the past. There's no such thing as a tough guy. Everyone has a breaking point. I have always been a family man. My family means everything to me. I'm not a bad man, I just do bad things. The only way to stay in power is to make sure that people fear you. I don't believe in letting emotions cloud my judgment. It's better to be cold and calculated.